Hello you guys! This video is going to take you through the work and renovations we did in our laundry room, as well as a little bonus in our master bathroom, which you'll see throughout the footage. Starting out, this room was one of our two least favorites in this condo. And of course, we are very grateful to have a laundry room because this is our first time ever having a laundry room, but definitely not a space we wanted to spend much time in. The wallpaper was hideous. We didn't do anything too dramatic, but I'm really happy with the progress that was made. The first step was pulling off the wallpaper, which fortunately, because it was a very thick paper, came off pretty easily. Hi guys, I'm currently here in my under construction laundry room. I've done a few things so far and I've got some more work ahead of me over the next couple days, and I figured I'd take you along. Now currently we did remove the wallpaper, so that's why we've got this lovely texture going on. But we removed the wallpaper. Honestly, I've hated it since we moved in and we're finally dealing with it. And then removed the wallpaper, then went over and removed all the glue residue that was left behind. There was quite a bit. So we've done that. Currently this is the status. So definitely a very small room. The next steps are to finish sanding. I started sanding, I don't know if you can see here, but there's some spots here that were textured. I don't exactly know what that was. It wasn't the glue. There were quite a few along this wall over here. So you can see these are areas I've already used the sander. It's pretty smooth. I could probably go over some of these again. I have not sanded. Here's a spot. Some of the paint came up when we were peeling off the paste, but here's a spot you can see there's a lot more texture to it. It's very rough and the paint's not gonna lay very nicely. I'm also going to be giving the cabinets a fresh coat of paint, and I think we might be changing the handles here. We'll see. Here's a more zoomed out look. Definitely, you know, it's a very functional room, not really beautiful, but it will look better, I think. I am really appreciative because my parents are letting us borrow their sanders as well as the shop vac, so I'm hooking it up to the sander to prevent some extra like dust from going everywhere. So let's get to some sanding. Hello, it is our next day of work on the laundry room. I'm wearing my work clothes again. Got some pants with paint on them that you can't see right now, but you'll probably see it in a little bit. Today we're starting painting. I got my rollers ready, trays ready. We have a little bit of this paint. It's like some basic primer that we'll put up first. The room is in rough shape, so I'm curious to see what the primer does and how much it's able to cover. We also picked out our color samples last night, but we have not decided yet what the color is going to be. So it should be a fun day. I finished the sanding yesterday and we'll just do a little bit of cleanup and taping things before I actually begin painting. And yes, we are in the hall bath right now. This is a room that we want to renovate. So this is probably gonna be like a winter project, maybe around like January or February. But for now, some of the items that were in the laundry room, such as the step stool, these kind of things are here right now, plus my work equipment. Hello, I am back with another laundry room update. I've got my painting clothes all ready to go again. Today's main tasks are to fill in the holes along the wall as well as paint the cabinets. So it's funny because since the room was so rough earlier on, I didn't even really notice that there were so many holes in the wall, and we're gonna fill them all in. I got this shelf thing that was up on the wall earlier. But to be honest, I don't know where the holes were that went with it. There were 6 holes that would fit that shelf, but when I was looking, I just honestly could not find any of them. I also did purchase some new knobs that are going to be an improvement in terms of the aesthetic, so that's progress. And fun fact, I'm actually also doing some fresh paint in our master bathroom while we're doing this, just because it feels like it could use a fresh look. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. All right, good morning. It is the next day. Now, obviously this is not the laundry room. This is our bathroom. But as we are going through the process of all of the updates and painting in the laundry room, we thought, you know, this bathroom could use an update. It's funny how things change. When we first moved in, most of the house paint colors, in our opinion, were hideous. And we just saw that there was a lot of work to do. And this was the only room that we did no work on because we thought it looked pretty decent. And overall it does. However, we do not really like the paint color as much anymore. I don't feel like it's the best match, as well as there are parts where you can tell that it was a really low quality paint they used. And again, everyone does their own thing. When we found the cans, it was like the cheapest possible version from Walmart, which again, no hate if that's what people are using, but in my opinion, you really can tell the difference in terms of the aesthetic when you choose, like, you know, much higher quality paint. And so we have decided to paint it again, but not, well, we didn't paint it the first time. And there were parts where it was chipping too, so it definitely, I think will help take this room to the next level. I did already paint the ceiling, and what a huge difference it made. It was so dim compared to now. It's just really nice bright white. So I'm gonna be painting this area. I already got the room taped up, which to be honest, already took me an hour and 15 minutes. So much slower than I expected, but hey, we're here, we're ready, and I'm gonna knock this first coat out. Our color that we got is called Chance of Rain, and we are still going to try to keep that like beachy vibe. It's a little bit like a light oceany color. I'll show you when it's on the wall. Well, here's the informal reveal. The paint is still drying and the color's changing a little bit as it's drying into more of what it's supposed to be, but pretty pumped about this. I will be excited to take the blue tape off, and I think it will all be done before Jake gets home today. But I have to get to the laundry room because today we are now going to put the color on the wall there. All right, we are in the final stages, just 2 more big steps left. I went ahead and attached the cabinets and put the new cabinet handles on. I had taken out the hinges and had intended to replace them, but after going to the hardware store and learning more about it, it looks like a much more difficult process. Like, I know I could be able to figure it out, but it just didn't seem worth it for the time and with the cabinets themselves. But we're gonna go ahead and start painting these walls. We're gonna be using 2 coats of Distant Star, which is the paint we got from Home Depot. It's basically a very, very light gray. So we think it's gonna be really nice in here, very mellow and low key. So let's see how it goes. After doing that, finally I went in and did the trim. So it was definitely a busy couple weeks here, but I'm so thrilled with the progress. Let's go ahead and do the final reveal. One of the things that was most difficult about this space was just that it's such a tight space. And unfortunately, there are a few sort of plumbing issues that are more serious that will have to be addressed at some point. Nothing urgent, but because of that, we are not able to unhook or undo anything there with the hookups for like the washer and dryer. So because of that, it was a big struggle to actually get the paint behind there, and I actually have bruises all up and down my legs from climbing up on the washer dryer and getting all the little cracks kind of like behind there with the roller with the paint. So it was a rough time. At least it is done. We're really happy with the results. As far as future work that will be done here, we will at some point replace this door. Now personally, Jake and I don't ever close this door. We don't really use it, but when we have kids, it will definitely be helpful to keep this space closed off because we've got the washer and dryer. We also have our water heater and our regular like heater air conditioner. So because of that, it's definitely important to keep this space closed down, but we are overall just really excited with how it turned out. We will also presumably add some shelving. There was actually a shelf over here originally, but we have decided not to add it back in yet. We probably will do something, but in the meantime, what was on that shelf, we weren't really utilizing it. It's nice to just have it open. That's pretty convenient for us, but definitely in the future before we resell it, we would presumably add some additional storage just because your standard person needs more storage. Not everyone's a minimalist. The other change that we made came in our bathroom. I decided to give it a fresh coat of paint on the ceiling, as well, 2 fresh coats of paint on the ceiling, and then we changed the shade very slightly. Now in this lighting and this angle, it may not look that different from like our minimalist bathroom tour where the before footage was, but this is definitely a huge upgrade. It went from a very mild and a bit dusty of a robin's egg blue color, and now this is a much more, I think, elegant and calming environment. We did want to make sure that the color we selected was in the tile here that's already on the wall, which we really love. And so we were able to kind of find the element of that, but still keep it with the slight blue-gray kind of a thing. We're really thrilled with this, and it's just been a lot of fun to be able to make the space our own. So thank you so much for tuning into this video here. I hope this was interesting. I definitely am thrilled with the progress, but like I said before, I am so tired of doing all the house repair stuff. A lot of the times it was me doing my second coat of things, at 11 p.m. or midnight to just try to get this done more efficiently, just because the 2 coats of paint, I think really helps, even if it says it's a 1 coat, just because it really adds that nice depth and just really high quality, solid color. And so it was worth it, but very time consuming. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to check out any past videos, you can do that over here. And if you haven't subscribed yet to this vlog channel, you can do that right down here. We'll see you next time. Bye.